If you enjoy this podcast, then be sure to check out Farm Small, Farm Smart Daily, where you can get your daily dose of farm wisdom. Tune in every day to learn the latest tips, tricks, and stories from the world of farming. Whether you're a seasoned farmer or just getting started, our podcast has something for everyone. Join us as we explore topics like farm business, crop planning, soil management, and tools and technology. Start your day off right with Farm Small, Farm Smart Daily, available on all major podcast platforms. Don't miss out. Subscribe today.
One thing I want to touch on is it sounds like you guys are really scrappy in a good way of grassroots, getting out the word out there. You've built your auction business. You started to build this business up, and it's try new things and do what we can. I think a lot of people they can be hesitant and I don't know if I should do this. They lack the confidence. And what advice would you have? And you can lean on building your auction business up too, is of the entrepreneurial spirit, the journey of, hey, if you want to make this happen, you can, or it's a lot of work, but you got to try a bunch of stuff.
Correct. That's something very passionate to me, near and dear. Marcy works in town and stuff for people, and she wants to be more to a self-employed type situation. And in the long term, maybe that's where we're going with building the farm. My advice to anybody is I've just been, pardon my language, I've been too stupid to quit. I've been a self-employed man, self-built for about 11 years. It's been my sole income to provide a family. And you could imagine the type of stress that incurs with that, especially when your income is a commission-based situation. I hear so many people tell me how they envy us or whatever, and I smile, and I remember how that felt to envy somebody and want something. And some days I'm like, it is a curse. You don't want this.
How do you hang tight to commission business? Because that's what most small businesses are anyway, really, because the commission's to yourself. You're selling your own business. When your sole income's on commission, you never know.
I dictate what I'm worth, as Elway tell people. I can make as much or as little as I want. It boils down to me having to get out of bed, which is sometimes a struggle, but get out of bed and make something happen. And we have the mindset that today could be the day something big happens, and that it's forced to use it. And so I don't know how easy it would have been for me. I worked construction for 10 years in Des Moines. Like I've said, it's not too far from here. So it was a 30-minute drive that I would drive and work construction. And I had a company truck and gas card and vacation and benefits and all that. And in about 2010, come out of what did they call that? The financial, I don't remember what we called it. The housing stuff was slow. The building was slow. All that stuff was slow. And by about December, the residual of that to our construction company, December 10th, 15 days before Christmas 2010, I found myself laid off. And, what am I going to do now? I had started in the auction business and stuff, and I was like, it's time that I go back to my ag roots, and that's really what I wanted. I stepped out into a lot of unknown and fed my family through those tough times and stuff. And just, like I said, I was too dang stupid to quit. It's what I wanted. I did not want to see myself back in Des Moines wearing a hard hat, doing that type of stuff. I did not want it. So I always tell people that tell me they're envious of it is, you can do it. I'll just use everything, all the company trucks and the gas cards and all that and the insurance as a crutch. Marcy gets tired of me all the time. She's put the insurance, and I said, but the insurance, Marcy, I've paid for my own insurance for 10 years.
It's the scariness of it.
It's the scariness and unknown.
Unknown.
I tell a lot of people a lot of quotes and stuff. Some people get tired of me, but where there's risks, there's rewards. And I was a risk taker. I took risks. I walked through a lot of doors that were offered to me, which led us to some of this livestock production. When I sold livestock in the sale barn here in the area for 8 years, I was probably 32 at the time going into that. Again, this is something that people dream of that just doesn't happen for a lot of them. And the opportunity was there. I grabbed it. I ran. I did it. I just started a full-time. At one point I stopped. I said, I need to provide income a steady income, insurance and stuff for my family. I was married to my first wife, the children's mom at that time. And I took a job and I was giving up on it. And I had an opportunity to take the job of being an auctioneer at the barn, and I jumped and ran with it. And it's all this where we're at today is stemmed from that, probably.
And my advice, my suggestion to people that I've had to learn to is neither one of us are shy. Obviously, we like to talk, so that's not a problem. But we have had to do some things where we had to step out of our comfort zone, and you just can't be afraid to try new things. It might feel weird, it might be uncomfortable, but that's one big thing that I've learned too, is just try it. And it might take a little bit to get used to, but step out of your comfort zone for sure.
Today's episode is brought to you by Modern Grower. Let's face it, seeding in the nursery is tedious and time-consuming. Turn the drudgery into efficiency with the time and labor-saving Quick Click Seeder by Modern Grower. The Quick Click can seed a full nursery tray in seconds. It's fully compatible with all trays on the market, such as paper pot, airstrip, cell trays, prop tech, and more. The Quick Click can also be used for microgreens. Cut your time spent seeding by 75% with a Quick Click Seeder available at shop.moderngrower.co.